Okay, so we got Errol Spence and Conor Benn going back and forth. What's good is the one and only, but what do I know boxing coming back at y'all. Let's get right into it. As you guys see, Conor Benn made the post saying Errol, and he tagged him and he made the tweet saying, Errol Spence, you've been talking to the most, and well, I'm reinstated in the WBC. I'll have you next. You worry about handling your drink driving convictions, wanker. That's like a derogatory statement in the UK. Errol Spence said, drink and PEDs, PED, are two different things. Difference me and you, I own up to my ish. You cheat just like your daddy. Ooh, getting spicy. Conor Benn then says, proven innocent. I ain't raised my hand to no ish I ain't done. You're convicted, big difference. Is that the only excuse like making over there after my dad dealt with your world champions? Okay, I don't get that, but then you see Chris the Bougie Man Eubank Jr. He made a post saying Conor with the egg, because Conor, if you guys don't know, Conor Benn is blaming the eggs he's blaming him testing positive for performance enhancement drugs on contaminated eggs. Seems like the thing to do. When in doubt, blame the food that you eat, right? Man, in the words of Jamal Charlo, shit get crazy. Shit get crazy. That's what Jamal Charlo said. It was funny as hell. But anyways, look, bro, alright. So you got Conor Benn, who's now reinstated. Now the man obviously can't fight in the UK, and it was rumored that like Pacquiao was trying to get a fight with him, which I continue to hope that that's just a rumor. Him versus Errol Spence is a good fight. I mean, I'm not gonna take that away. It's a fight that I would watch. Obviously, I definitely would have Errol Spence beating Conor Benn. Possibly even stopping Conor Benn. I mean, I just don't think Conor Benn has the tools that's to take himself to the next level as far as the Errol Spence, the Terrence Crawford. I think Boots beats Conor Benn. I think Virgil Ortiz can beat Conor Benn. I'm just being honest. That's just my opinion. Conor Benn is a good fighter, but he's not really. We haven't seen enough of him for me to convince me that he's ready for these top guys. I mean, yes, he's beaten Chris Van Heerden. Nobody rates him as a top fighter. He beat Chris Algieri. I think he fought him like 6 years after, and he knocked him out in a devastating fashion. So he definitely made a highlight reel out of Chris Algieri, but he I didn't even think highly of Chris Algieri when Errol Spence fought him. And if you want me to take it a step further, I didn't even think highly of Chris Algieri when Manny Pacquiao fought him. So I mean, like, if we just gonna be 100, like, dog, I don't really. Conor Benn is still. I think they're still gonna move him slowly. I don't see this fight being made. Obviously, we know what fight we want with Errol Spence. With Errol Spence, I just did a video. You guys, make sure you guys check that out too. I just did a video with Spectrum. They basically put on there that Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford on pay-per-view for June. Now that's not guaranteeing anything, but it does kind of make you wonder, like, damn, are they doing something under the table that we don't know about? But this is about Conor Benn. So look, I don't look, I don't think that Conor Benn has any. Bro, it's such a touchy subject because, bro, like they say, innocent till proven guilty, but you tested positive for a banned substance. So at that particular moment, you were proven guilty. Now, whatever the WBC has going, bro, you can say what you want, but it's a reason why the British Board of Boxing Control, British Board of Boxing of Control, or whatever they call it. It's a reason why they don't want you. You're still not allowed to fight in Britain, in the UK. I mean, so regardless of what Conor can say, you can sit here and point fingers talking about Errol Spence drinking and driving, but last time I checked, alcohol is not a PED. So I mean, like, bro, you can't, like, how can you really just talk bad about dude? And then I think that it kind of got a little bit too far with him talking about the whole drinking and driving situation, because that that was a near-death experience. But whatever, if that's how Conor feels, that's how Conor feels. I don't really, that's whatever. I don't think Errol Spence is gonna take. I don't think he's taking that too personal or whatever. But regardless, bro, listen. Conor Benn, now that you're being reinstated with the WBC, obviously your next fight is gonna have to be, probably in the USA or at least outside of the UK, man. So whatever, bro. Like, just focus on getting yourself back on track, bro. You definitely don't have the room to point fingers at anybody or anybody's. You don't have any room to be screaming out anybody's loss right now because, bro, you still got to get your name cleared. And the thing about testing positive with a PED is like, it's whether you, and that's why it's so dangerous. That's why you really got to be careful with what you put in your body, because regardless whether you feel like you were it was by mistake or not, bro, that stigma sticks with you for the rest of your career. If you test positive for a banned substance, no matter what happens, bro, people are gonna still bring that up, bro. They're gonna still bring it up. So like I remember, I can clearly remember when Floyd Mayweather and Shane Mosley were about to fight, and Shane Mosley tested positive for a banned substance. I can't remember what fight that was. Can't remember what fight it was. It might have been before his fight with Vargas. But I can't remember what fight it was. But it was years before him and Mayweather fought. And, they still brought that up. We don't know how many fights Shane Mosley won because Shane Mosley tested positive for a banned substance. Like, so that stuff sticks with you, whether it's something small or something big. The only PED, like the only person that tested, positive for, I don't call it a PED, but tested positive for a banned substance and they suspended him that I did not agree with was Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And Lord knows I'm not defending this dude. Please don't take it that way. But the dude has smoked weed, bro. Weed is not a performance enhancement drug, bro. I didn't agree with that. That's the only one that I would give a bypass to. But the whole, people tested positive for, David Benavidez, he tested positive for cocaine. And you see Caleb Plant rubs that in his face all the time. So it sucks. It sucks to test, positive. So for a banned substance, like I said, this stuff sticks with you. But whatever, bro. Conor Benn needs to focus on getting himself a fight. He missed out on the biggest fight of his lifetime. Chris Eubank really shouldn't be talking about anybody right now. Like, bro, you just got knocked out by a career super welterweight. Like, I still, in it to this day, Deontay Wilder voice, it still beholds me. I don't know how that happened, but I didn't see that coming at all. But I don't think that Chris Eubank, you really don't have the excuse to talk about anybody. I do know when Chris Eubank lost to Liam Smith, Conor Benn came out and was like, "You lucky it wasn't me, because you would have been knocked out and such and such." I don't listen, bro. Conor, you gotta, like I said, bro, you gotta get yourself clear. Worry about getting yourself clear. Get you some fights. I don't see him fighting Errol Spence next with the politics of boxing. And Conor Benn being with Matchroom and Errol Spence being with the PBC. I don't see that fight happening. But I would definitely, and even if they were under the same umbrella, again, I wouldn't want to see it. Conor has so much more to prove in the welterweight division. That's why I was so upset with him possibly moving up to fighting Chris Eubank. Like, bro, you haven't proved yourself at welterweight, so why are you moving up in weight? Like, but I understood the business side. Business-wise, that was a smart move, but legacy-wise, it's like, bro, you have a lot to prove at 147, bro. Let's see you in there with the Virgil Ortiz, the Jerron Bruce Ennis, the Stan Jonas, bro. What's the dude that just beat Villa or whatever, man? Let's see you in there with these guys, bro. But let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?